Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you need counseling, feel free to contact me at 238-6716 or 339-1670. Those of you that have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact us. And you know, if you lend your friend and your family your hard-earned cash and they're docking you and they're giving you the run wrong and they don't want to pay you, contact us. Real Talk, that collection department would love to help you get back your hard-earned cash. It doesn't matter who owes you, you know. As long as you have an agreement with them, it could be the Prime Minister too. It could be a minister. It could be officers of TTPS. It doesn't matter to us. Give us a call at 339-1670, 238-6716, and we will gladly act on your behalf. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. I am Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk. Remember, like and share our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali page. Like and share as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, subscribe, TT Real Talk, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. Now, I want to say a special good night to you viewers. Call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk is going live on Synergy TV. We are also on Direct TV on channel 134. So if you don't have the cable and you have Direct TV, feel free to view us. Now, as we start off tonight, viewers, it's a mashup Monday. Canval was last week gone by. Do I apologize for not being here? But nevertheless, I thank God for giving me the health and the strength for coming here tonight to start off a night of readiness. So, as we move on tonight, Member of Parliament for Oropuch East, Dr. Rudal Munilal, has insisted that he is not involved in any criminal activity. He instead accused the government of abusing the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Munilal was responding to him being removed from the Joint Select Committee of the Parliament on Crime and National Security. According to Dr. Munilal, the sitting was suspended when Police Commissioner Gary Gifford was being questioned. The Oropuch East MP said he and his colleagues, Senator Saddam Hussein, were not allowed to question the Commissioner of Police. Why? Why were they not allowed to question the Commissioner of Police? Because it is obvious Senator Saddam Hussein and Oropuch East MP, Mr. Munilal, would have questions of their own to ask the Commissioner. So I find it very hard there to one party questioning, so what happened to the other party? What? You tell me. Now, viewers, feel free to call in our studio at 238-6716. That is 238-6716. It's a live calling program. Call in and tell us what you think about situations or even events that happen to you during the course of the day. Back to the story with Munilal. He, however, insisted that he will not be silenced and will take the matter to the streets and to the Parliament. Dr. Munilal also accused the National Security Minister of using confidential information from the police for political reasons. This, he explained, is a very serious issue. On Friday, Leader of Government, Minister Camille Regis Robinson, moved a motion to have Dr. Munilal removed as member of the committee with immediate effect.
Madam Speaker, and having regard to the evidence adduced at the last meeting of that Joint Select Committee on National Security, it has become patently clear that the member for Oropuch East is conflicted as he sits as a member of that committee, Madam Speaker. And it is clear from the report that, and I wish to quote, Madam Speaker, where the Commissioner of Police said, and I quote, "The Commissioner concurred that an individual who was well known with a serious criminal record appeared on the platform at a meeting of a political party in February 2019 Also, there is information that a senior member of that political party allegedly approached an individual to go up as a councillor for a certain seat in the local government election.
Now, viewers, Regis Robinson also told the House that Commissioner's report stated that the same senior member of the political party is linked to someone who is in jail. She added that the same individual was closely linked to senior gang members and had a state contract given to the gang member to construct a police station. Caller, good night. Hello? Next call. According to the report, there was also a planned meeting with 2 gang members and a member of parliament.
The Commissioner confirmed that the special branch reported an incident at the Hyatt Regency Hotel involving the MP and individuals known to the police and the payment of a bill by the MP. Additionally, the Special Investigations Unit confirmed a planned meeting between 2 major gang leaders and the MP at the constituency office of the MP.
Mrs. Robinson Regis explained that the Joint Select Committee is in the process of gathering information and evidence, and it seems it fit for Dr. Munilal to stop participating in the inquiry. She insisted that Dr. Munilal be removed from the committee permanently.
Your committee has a direct and personal interest in this inquiry, and for that reason was asked to recuse himself from the inquiry. On account of his refusal to recuse himself, your committee was constrained to suspend its work and refer this matter to this honorable House in anticipation that the House will approve the recommendation in paragraph 8(1) below, so that the inquiry could continue.
Now, viewers, meanwhile, during his statement to the Joint Select Committee, Police Commissioner Gary Griffith said the governments of both the PNM and UNC have had dealing with criminal. So just imagine, this is coming from the police commissioner. And he is saying, during the Joint Select Committee meeting, that both the UNC and the PNM is allegedly having ties with criminal elements. So now we have Camille Regis Robinson here, trying to get Munilal, Dr. Munilal, of the Joint Select Committee. Now, what about when the alleged gang leader, Cedric Burkey, appeared in the president's house? Who invited him? Now, he is alleged of being a gang leader in Trinidad and Tobago, and he's also been alleged for having state contracts. So we have Camille Regis Robinson trying to get Munilal out, but they forgot. They forgot who was in the president's house, an alleged community leader, an alleged gang member, an alleged individual who received state contracts. So you see, viewers, I am just bringing the facts to you all. This is my job, to bring the facts to you, the people. Caller, good night.
Yes, good night, Jay.
Go right ahead.
Is Stuart not associated with somebody, a big drug dealer too? Is among them not the criminal elements too? Is going to meet with Tamafalo overthrow the country and kill people years ago? So I got then all them to come up from the party calling election today. After by the PNM.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. You see, we Trinidadians, we forget quickly. So my job is to remind you all of the past, the present, and what is to come in the future. That is why, you see, it's things like these, this cause me to push for bills and legislations, you know. Because we as Trinidadians, we just forget very fast. We just forget fast. Who was in the house, in the Red House? Me? I mean, the president house, me? I wasn't next to the president. I wasn't next to Marlene. But me, I had a ball head. I still have some here in my head. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Now, we're talking about decency here.
Yes.
When you have no shame, you just say all kind of thing about people. There is a case, I think, going on. We can't talk about it. But is it still against the law, Mr. Ali, to go in the bank with money and cannot account for it?
Well, you see?
Is that against the law?
I understand what you're saying.
Right. And is it, why this lady who accusing, well, I won't call she no lady, I want to call she a name better fit for TV. Why she don't come outside and say besides in the parliament? She should come, if she has so much evidence against Munilal, she should come out and say, if you get the Guardian yesterday, and you read the article, Munilal, she was accusing him for meeting somebody in the hotel. The man wasn't even in Forest. They accused Jolene John for campaigning in the local election in Maloney. The woman proved for 5 years she wasn't in Maloney. So they're lying. All about the lying. They just pick up a thing and say, listen, you know what? Let me go after Ali. And we're going to make up thing against him, but we have to say it in parliament where he cannot carry it to court. And that is what they're doing. They have no evidence of what they're doing. The same thing they allowed this Nelson man to say about Ramlin and Mr. Ramlin. You see what I'm telling you?
Yes, yes.
Right. Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you, my friend. I come into that Nelson story just now. I tell us mash up Monday tonight, you know. So, from Camille now, we switch into the other minister, the Minister of Health. Health Minister Terence Dayal Singh said it was only a matter of time before one of the first English-speaking CARICOM countries announced a confirmed case of the coronavirus. COVID-19, they're calling it. In an interview on Monday, he said this country was preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best. We always seen the worst. We always seen the worst. But I want to bring up a road topic just now, but hold on. Dayal Singh said it was only a matter of time. Just imagine, he said that, It's only a matter of time before all Caribbean countries were affected by the virus in one way or the other. On Sunday, he attended an emergency meeting in Barbados with the CARICOM heads of government and health ministers. He said at the meeting, Barbados Prime Minister Maya Motley emphasized that the region was in a crisis mood. On Thursday, the government announced measures which is taken in the event of an outbreak here in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, over the Carnival week, a lot of people called me and a lot of people messaged me, Saeed, we hear of an outbreak in the southern area. We hear of an outbreak on the east. We hear of an outbreak on the north. I speak to somebody very high up in the health sector, and every time we would get the Facebook and the social media and on the news and the Guardian on the printed press that we have a confirmed case, I would call those quite up on top who connected to me. We have a confirmed case, is that true or not? They would investigate it and get back in touch with me within a couple hours. So thus far in Trinidad, we have no confirmed case. I want you all to understand that. We have no confirmed case of the coronavirus in Trinidad and Tobago. So this is for you all to understand that. Yes, we are on red alert by now. Minister Dayal Singh told the post-cabinet media briefing 20 new beds would be added to Cora Hospital in 2 weeks' time. He added that a 67-bed facility in St. James can also be used if necessary.
In another 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be opening a new facility in Port of Spain General Hospital, the old Costard building, which has isolation capacity. That is Tier 3. Tier 4, in the event that there is a serious outbreak, we must have a major medical facility, which could be quarantined, locked down by security, and that is where the Minister of National Security will come in. That facility, as advised by the Cabinet, by the Ministry of Health, and approved today, will be the Couva Hospital. That will be designated as a level sort of 3 facility, because there now you have ICU capacity if needed.
Travel restrictions were also imposed on 5 additional countries. Minister Dayal Singh said this became necessary because of the increase in infections outside of China.
You have had outbreaks in 4 or 5 countries, significant outbreaks. Those countries are South Korea, Italy, Iran, Japan, and Singapore. The Cabinet has authorized the Minister of Health, working in conjunction with the Minister of National Security, to impose as soon as possible the 14-day travel restriction that was implemented for China. So we are adding South Korea, Italy, Iran, Japan, and Singapore.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health has stated that at 6 a.m. today, 116,669 persons were screened for the virus in Trinidad. I would just want to give a little update. Just keep in mind, we were scanning people when we didn't even have scanners. That just to keep all you up to date on what went on. Now that we have it, you understand? Now that we have it, 116,600 odd numbers were being scanned. So how many did we scan in Trinidad when we didn't have the scanners? Eh? I tell you, sometimes I feel we be playing a Mickey Mouse game, you know. Serious, you know. But anyway, it's only on Real Talk it is here this, you know, because it's Real Talk all I get in. However, it noted that no one has been found to have any symptoms of the disease, like I just said, because I myself, I am not the minister, but I am keeping up to date with this deadly virus, this outbreak that is hitting the Caribbean countries presently. According to the ministry, 1,394 flights have been screened thus far. In a media release, the ministry also gave an update on influenza, which has claimed 40 lives since October 2019. Now, every time I talk about this coronavirus, we always talk about the influenza flu and the influenza vaccine. People of Trinidad and Tobago, please go, carry your children, carry auntie, carry tanty, even carry grandmother if she can't walk, pick her up and carry her to get the influenza vaccine. Please do that. There are now 333 cases for 2020, while 99,030 vaccines have been administered. So take my advice, viewers. If only I want to listen to the ministers, it's not a problem. But take my advice, go and get your influenza vaccine shot. As a result, the ministry is urging the public to vaccinate in the case of influenza, and in both cases to practice proper hygiene, particularly in washing hands. Well, to tell you the truth, hold on, just give me 5 seconds. To tell you the truth, every flu come out, you can prevent it by washing your hand. So, if we play with the dog, wash your hand. You go to eat, wash your hand. You go to bed, wash your hand. You're yawning and your hand in front of your mouth, wash your hand. Everything is wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. We know that. We know this. Why sometimes I just wonder, no, wash your hand, just now you peel out the skin from your hand while washing it. I'm telling you, all I feel is joke. I just listen to these ministers sometime. To prevent spread of the disease, please wash your hands. How much we go wash we hands? Gosh. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yes, the Minister of Health, he's just full of nonsense because at the end of the day, there was a Chinese girl that came out. A friend of hers met her in the airport and she's not even quarantined. You understand? So what nonsense he talking? She came here to visit and she came straight from China, not being quarantined. You understand? So I don't know what nonsense he talking. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. A lot of people came from other countries, friends of mine. They said, Said, we passed through the airport like if nothing happened. Nobody testing, nobody doing nothing. This wasn't my talk, you know. This was the talk of people who came through the airport. Now, we're moving on to Stuart Young and guns, my favorite topic. But let me hear the caller. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yes, Saeed. I went to the San Fernando General Hospital since January month, right, with an intestine problem, right? And when I went there, the doctor gave me a paper to go and join the GI clinic. When I went to join the GI clinic, they gave me 9 months appointment. So in 9 months appointment, you could get cancer, you could pass away, and all this kind of thing. When the Minister of Health is supposed to bring down people's appointment for less than a month. You understand? What he doing? He talking about the virus. Don't talk about the virus. Talk about where people see in trouble in Trinidad right now. 9 and 10 months appointment. A whole year. What he really doing?
Thank you, my friend. So you go into the San Fernando clinic, infected intestine, and they give you an appointment for 9 months? Down the road? Hey, we really have it, you know. That is why, viewers, I just listen to when people call in with their problems, you know. Because somebody wouldn't call in if they don't have a problem, you know. They want a platform, they want somebody to hear what is taking place, they want to cry out, but when you hear you have nobody to cry out, who are you crying to? Thank God for real talk. As we move on with my favorite topic now, Minister of National Security Stuart Young said 80% of the murder taking place in Trinidad and Tobago is done by illegal firearms. Now listen to this, before I go further, I want you all to understand this. The Minister of National Security Stuart Young is acknowledging the statement made by himself that murder taking place in Trinidad and Tobago is done by illegal firearm. He is acknowledging to the public. He is acknowledging to the public that he knows that murder and other gun-related incidents is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago by illegal firearm. Now listen to this. He was speaking on a private motion on the government failure to deal with rampant crime in Trinidad and Tobago. The minister told the House that the guns that criminals are using are far more dangerous than the one used by the famous TTPS.
Another thing that the Commissioner of Police has said very, very clearly to the Parliament is the type of firearms being utilized now are going to result in murder. The type of firearms being used now, the AR-15s that use a 5.56 round and the AK-47s that use a 7.62 round are weapons of war. These are not meant for civilian use. The vast majority of our police officers do not even have access to these weapons. These now are in the hands of criminals.
Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Said.
I went yesterday to the pharmacy. My syrup finished. I went yesterday with my syrup paper in the pharmacy. And the time syrup do operate on a Sunday, all the syrup computer does shut down on a Sunday. So I guess Sunday is not to take medication, then on a Sunday.
Wait, caller, hold on. Repeat what you just said concerning Sunday.
I went with my syrup paper in the pharmacy to collect my medication. As my medication finished, I was told that syrup does not issue syrup medication on a Sunday. On Sunday, syrup computers are shut down.
The pharmacist told you this?
Yes.
Now,
so I don't even supposed to tell on a Sunday.
Now listen this. What area did this happen? In the Princeton area, in the San Fernando area?
No, this is central in the Cuba area.
Thank you very much. Well, I guess, since the pharmacist told him that, well, I guess on Sunday now is a day not to take medication. This is something the Minister of Health or the advisors to the ministers should look into. Because this is what they're getting paid for. And we can't have the machines, the computers, shutting down while people taking medicine. Because I know a lot of pharmacies is open on Sundays, you know. A lot throughout Trinidad and Tobago. I tell you, I just be amazed of the things that are taking place, you know. This is why Real Talk was created. To educate you, the public. Because what ain't coming out in the printed, what they're printing in the press, because they want the public to know. And what they're showing on other shows, because they're afraid to talk about it. This is where again the live news of the day. Now, we're going to Vincent Nelson, but caller, let me hear what you have to say. Hello?
Good night, Saeed.
Yes?
Since last year, I can't get Akakan tablets in the Mount Hope. What is the position with that? The minister said is not doing anything about it. I mean, I'm not working anywhere, and I want my Akakan, one Akakan, for 16 milligrams, right? Costing $13 and $14 for one. And if I have to use that one once for the day, for the month, you know how much money I have to spend? So I would like to, talk to the minister about this.
Okay. Now, is that on the CDAP list?
No, I don't think it's on the CDAP list. But usually I would get it through the prescriptions.
Okay. And it's not in the pharmacies neither?
I would get it in the pharmacy, but I have to pay.
Wow.
And I find I shouldn't have to pay. When I should be getting it free in the hospital and so.
Okay, thank you, my dear. As we move on to our big story, Mash Up Monday viewers, feel free to call in 238-6716. Queen Counsel Vincent Nelson has been ordered to pay $2.25 million requisition in fines. This was for his role in an alleged conspiracy with former Attorney General Anand Ramlogan and former UNC Senator Gerard Ramdeen. Now keep in mind, Nelson turned state witness. Keep that in mind as I go along. He was sentenced on Monday by Justice Malcolm Holdip, who agreed to a non-custodial sentence. However, the judge warned potential fraudsters that they should not use their case as an example to carry out fraud and quickly pay restitution. He was also put on a $250,000 bail bond for 2 years. He have been given time to pay the fine. However, failed to do so, he would be subjected to serve time in prison. On June 6, 2019, Nelson pleaded guilty to 3 counts against him. He was indicted on counts of conspiring to commit money laundering, misbehavior in public office, and conspiracy to commit an act of corruption. I take my time because I want a little to understand. Holdip accepted the plea agreement between Nelson and the state, after which Nelson was allowed to enter his guilty plea. The misbehavior charge was discontinued by the Director of Public Prosecution in keeping with the plea agreement. The matter is in connection with a series of financial transactions and alleged reward involving legal fees paid to Nelson for representing in state bribes. State briefs, my mistake. The brief were allegedly obtained while Ram Logan was the Attorney General. Nelson has agreed to turn state witness and testified against Ram Logan and Ramdeen. And his statements have been disclosed to both men. They are to return to court on April 28. This is likely to be brought forward since the prosecution has the option of bypassing the preliminary inquiries and filing indictment in High Court. Now, viewers, the matter is still in court. I don't want to elaborate too much on it, but it is a serious matter. This is where someone was alleged part of a team, and now he have turned state witness. And now he have to pay 2.25 million or face time in prison if he fails to. Now, when you have things like these going on, you're giving fraudsters out here. I finished with that case, but I just want to highlight something so you all will be aware. You're giving fraudsters the opportunity to turn state witness. This is what you're doing. 2 people commit fraud. One will turn state witness against the other one. And in some cases, he might get a chance to get away from a jail. If you're in fraud, you're in fraud. If you're guilty, you're guilty. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Now listen to this, The Professional Standard Bureau of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has arrested 2 police inspectors, a sergeant, and a police constable. Now, viewers, I want to open up the phone lines, 238-6716. I want to have a discussion on this. But listen to this. 4 officers are all stationed in Central Division. They were all detained this morning after their respective homes during a police operation at their respective homes. The officers are said to be aiding with inquiries into alleged allegations of misbehavior in public office, as well as attempting to pervert the course of justice. The 4 officers, after being detained, have all denied any wrongdoing. However, Real Talk understand that investigators also have evidence of their participation in cover-ups for what have been considered as very serious crimes. Not too long ago, two officers of Central Division have been arrested for human trafficking. These officers that have been arrested are arrested on the allegations of covering up incidents. And I understand that these incidents are very, very serious offense. Very, very serious. So I am watching now to see if these individuals will get bail and go back into TTPS. I am also monitoring officers involved in human trafficking to know whether they will get bail and go back into the work of being a police officer like if nothing happens. Three persons were expected to appear in court today in connection with the various offenses against children. You know, this is my favorite thing. This is what I push for. In the first incident, officers of the Central Division Child Protection Unit arrested a 43-year-old woman and her 44-year-old male companion. They were held following report of sexual abuse on a female victim over an 8-month period. The woman was charged with 16 counts of causing or encouraging the seduction, prostitution, or sexual penetration of a child. 3 counts of cruelty against a child, and 4 counts of failing to report abuse of a minor. Meanwhile, her companion was charged with 23 counts of sexual penetration of a child. In other incidents, on Saturday, officers of the Southern Division CPU arrested a 75-year-old man. He faced 1 count of kidnapping and 1 count of sexual touching of a 12-year-old female. In Tobago, a 28-year-old woman remains in police custody in connection with a report of physical abuse to a 2-year-old boy. Police say the woman was intoxicated at the time of her arrest. Now, viewers, I have pushed for the child sex offender registry. I have also pushed for the child offender, the sex offender, to be placed on the registry and go public, not only in Trinidad but worldwide. So when you leave Trinidad now with that case and that stain and you go to other country, when they get held in that country for any little crime you commit, they will see you. And apart from that, when you enter immigration in another country and they pull up your file too, they will even see you as a child sex offender. So immediately they will put a red flag on you. Let me tell you something. It's a serious thing, you know. It's a very, very serious thing, you know. Because we feel in Trinidad, having sex with a minor is a big thing. Fathers having sex with their daughters is a good thing for them. The mother know, the grandmother know, the auntie know, the child brother know, the grandfather know, the neighbor know. And nobody want to report it. Because everybody's saying, that is not my business, that is them business. So that is why I just encourage individuals. If you don't want to go to the police, 339-1670, 238-6716. Because in many cases, some officer in some station is related to somebody. I'm telling you, some victim family. So as we move on tonight, debate on the Interception of Communication Bill 2020 will continue in the upper house of Parliament tomorrow. This legislation is to allow for the interception of communication from prisoners and vehicles used to transport prisoners. It will also allow communication to be recorded in a prison or a vehicle used to transport prisoners. With this bill, police can apply for a warrant to obtain stored communications from a telecommunication service provider. Police can obtain stored data and disclose the stored communication and the stored data as specified under a warrant. Attorney General Farid Al-Rawi laid the bill in Parliament last month. However, opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa said that the opposition will not support the legislation in its current form. At a news conference at the Red House on February 7th, she said the legislation also widened the use for intercepted information from the use of criminal matter in the parent bill to now include any proceeding such as civil lawsuit or tribunal proceedings. Prasad Bisesa also claimed that the media will be severely impacted and that the confidential media source will be impacted upon. In the Parliament on Friday, National Security Minister Stuart Young brought the opposition to task over its position on the bill.
The population needs to know that this interception of communication amendment being proposed is to criminalize conversations with prisoners who are incarcerated and utilizing contraband phones. I saw a few days ago the member of opposition being quoted in a Newsday article saying that the opposition will not support that. So again, on behalf of the right-thinking and civic-minded citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, I ask the opposition why they would not support the criminalizing of prisoners who are incarcerated speaking on cell phones to persons on the outside.
The minister accused the opposition of refusing to support the bill because of what he said were personal reasons.
It may be for personal reasons. It may be for personal reasons because deputy political leaders of the opposition like to have conversations with those prisoners. Obviously. So again, Madam Speaker, through you, I put the population on notice that if you're really serious about tackling crime, and not only rah-rah and screaming and shouting, but really tackling crime fearlessly, on the premise that no one is above the law, why is it that the opposition would not support bail amendments to stop persons from being in possession of automatic firearms? Why is it that the opposition would not support legislation to criminalize prisoners having cell phones and communicating with those on the outside?
Now, viewers, I will be monitoring this because the intel that I am receiving is that we in the media could also be under surveillance because they would want to know, for instance, me. I just be hitting very hard on TV. And those in authority are saying that side, they will be coming down on you because they would want to know where you're getting your information from. Yeah. They would want to know your source. They would want to know where your source getting their information from. So nothing would remain private. I am keeping a very, very close eye on this bill myself because it will also affect me. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Said, every time Stuart Young opens his mouth and speak publicly, he just demonstrates how disconnect this man really is from what reality is about in this country. And I don't want to say that's how illiterate he sounds, but I don't know what the word to phrase it. So 5 years now they're blaming the previous government for the borders in this country. They haven't done nothing. If they put a man in a canoe to row up and down that coastline, he would have protected this border. They've done nothing. Then they come in and talking about cell phones in prison. Years now, they have the authority and brought in the phone jammers in the system. Has they put it into effect?
Good question.
That have absolutely nothing to do with the opposition supporting any legislation for banning phones and things. They have the equipment to put it on to prevent anybody from having any cell phone in prison. To stop the communication, they haven't done it. But then you're coming and blaming the opposition. And I never yet in my life saw a gun kill anybody. It's people who use guns to kill people.
Yes, true.
Now they just have the resources and they have the opportunity of accessing guns to kill people. But let me remove the guns from the equation here. Wouldn't there be another means of people committing murder in this country? They could use a cutlass, they could use a spear, they could use something else to commit murder. So the question is why it is people committing murders in this country at this rate. How can we do something to prevent that or stop it? And this is where people don't understand the relation, the direct relation of politics and crime in this country. And it is very, very prevalent when the PNM is in government, that crime is so rampant in the country because of the direct connection of politics and crime. And once you investigate that properly, you would see why there is a connection between PNM in politics and crime being so rampant in this country. Have a good afternoon and enjoy the rest of your program.
You know, it's a serious thing, you know, like, I just always say, that once you conduct raids as often as possible, or as random as possible throughout Trinidad and Tobago, we will put a dent on criminals. And when you hear an individual who have an illegal firearm appear in front of the magistrate, not because he plead guilty, you'll give him a fine of 16,000 and go home, you know. No. You know it is an illegal firearm. Yes, you plead guilty to it. You're going inside. Now he will pay that 16,000, come out, go and buy another firearm, probably $3,000-4,000, and he doing the same thing again. And the commissioner of police also spoke about this. He also said, because the last incident of a bail with a firearm was 16,000, the guy guilty of it. Magistrate say, well, pay 16,000 and go. What example are you setting? As we move on, even as the new demerit point system takes effect from today, Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said during the month of March, motorists caught violating traffic regulation will be ticketed but won't lose points. However, as of April, all bets are off. The minister explained that the U-turn software management system, which introduced a demerit point system for motorists across the country, is being rolled out partially today. Minister Sinan confirmed that the motorists will only receive warning right now for any violation they commit, as they will be charged under the old system. The minister said, over the past 2 weeks, the motoring public have been responding to the Ministry Public Awareness Program and attempting to update all its information at the licensing office. He says motorists will have another month to get their house in order before the new point system goes fully into effect from April 2nd, 2020. Minister Sinanan warns it won't be so easy to dodge the tickets or demerits points once they are issued. Minister Sinanan pointed out that during a recent trial run, within a half an hour of pilot starting, police officers were able to pick up several stolen cars on the road and arrests were made. Meanwhile, the ministry also handed over a handing over ceremony for the wardens and police officers at their office today. They received a new handheld mobile traffic ticketing device and a carbonless fixed penalty ticket book. So viewers, what you are seeing on screen is the handing over of the device. The new device shared database-centered information on tickets that are more durable than traditional paper-based tickets. Now, I can tell you something. Sometimes a man has got a ticket, and a whole year down the line, or down the road, he still ain't paid the ticket, you know. He still ain't paid the ticket. Sometimes 2 years, 3 years. You know when they just remember that they pay a ticket? You see when a warrant issue and police on exercise, that's why they sketch plenty of them. So viewers, we have 1 month in order to get our house ready, fix up your vehicles, whatever it is. You will be charged under the old system presently. So take note that this is a very, very serious thing that they are bringing out. You could be suspended for up to 2 years, 3 years, probably 5 years from getting a driver's permit or having a driver's permit. So it's better to practice safe driving, ensure your vehicles that are roadworthy. I understand the road. We have a problem with fixing the road in Trinidad and Tobago. I understand that. Now, moving along, viewers, Trinidad and Tobago citizens can now get passport appointment within the same month. However, this is dependent on which passport office you decide to visit. Wait, so San Fernando, excuse me. Let me read that for you again. And this is breaking news in Trinidad and Tobago, viewers. Trinidad and Tobago citizens can now get passport appointment within the same month. However, it depends on which passport office you decide to visit. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
The Security Minister, Steve Young, right? He and buy 4 horse they buy to bring in Trinidad for the police service. But how much criminal they hold with that 4 horse that the money could be working? You understand? That's why I like to know. They're supposed to say, well, look, the whole 100, the whole 200, or the whole 50, or the whole 10, or how much? So they're just wasting money. They're just wasting money, boy.
I understand what you're saying. Thank you, caller. I think them 4 horses will be brought out only for Carnival. I'm telling you, only for Carnival. Nice topic. I wonder how much you paid for a horse. I would like to know the figure, how much you pay for a horse, and then maintenance of a horse. And then they had to pay somebody now to maintain the horse. And then they had to build a proper stable now to make sure that the horse is in a proper stable. So it's just money upon money upon money. So we're going back to the passport issue. You could get an appointment within the same month. But it all depends on which passport office you visit. So, I guess Port of Spain will be different from San Fernando. Port of Spain, you might get it in about a week or two. And in San Fernando, lower down the island, it might be lower down the year. 3 months, 4 months. Wow. In January, the Minister of National Security, Stuart Young, told reporters he had received a report from his permanent secretary that attribute the long waiting time to implementation of a calling center. He, however, did not give details on the hiccup. When reporters contacted immigration officer today, appointment were offered as early as March 23rd and as late as April 17th. So viewers, I would like the minister to clarify now which passport office in Trinidad and Tobago have a short period of time and which one have a long period of time. I would like to know that. And I am sure the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago would love to know that they can go in a passport office and get their passport in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. I went and renewed my passport. And I had to wait 3 months before I get back my passport. I couldn't even travel. Business that I had to do outside, I had to say, well, hold on. I'm renewing my passport. As soon as I get it, I will call you. Then like about 3 months down the line, down the road. So we need to put something in place to speed up the system. I mean, waiting 3 months for a passport. Something wrong, boy, something wrong. In the Caribbean countries, Trinidad and Tobago, we have the longest waiting period for a passport. The longest. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. We have about 1 minute left. Nevertheless, a rerun of this program is at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Feel free to call in 238-6716. Our program is a live call-in program. A rerun the following day at 10 a.m. Now, for those of you that have spiritual problems, those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you're looking for a bargain, contact us. You lend your friend and your family your hard-earned cash and can't get it back. 339-1670, 238-6716. Get in touch with us. We will, Real Talk would assist you in any way possible. Now viewers, we are out of time. 5 seconds left. Be safe. Enjoy the night. Until we meet again. Be safe and don't get in trouble. Until we meet again, good night.